Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today it is just us against 10 million zombies. And frankly, I feel like it's pretty unfair odds. Somebody should give them a little hand up. They're gonna need some tools. So we could fall back, like I said, we could just fall back and grab Paravan. The benefits of which are that Paravan is a real easy take, and it gives us a place to fall back for replenishment while being able to do things like hide out in ambush mode, or it gives us a place to direct reinforcements to. We can have a safer spot for our other armies to reinforce through. But I don't know that that's not really a big concern. We're not going to have all that many more people coming. It's pretty much just going to be Pete. We could probably... I think we're going to have to abandon the wipe out Ivres strategy. It's not happening. It's just not happening. So, who else do we have over here? We have the Ecstatic Legions. How do y'all feel about me? Pretty negative, actually. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, maybe we grab Musalon. I'm just thinking, instead of running through Goblin territory and making this situation so much worse,
no prey, no pay.
Maybe the smart move is to bring in Pete to pressure Blackstone Post. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Let's put a little bit of pressure on their north side here.
Drooping.
Now, granted, that's assuming... Okay, yeah, we can get it. That's no problem.
Sails up.
I was going to say, it's assuming Musalon's not, like, heavily guarded, but seems like the Vanaheimlings are busy elsewhere. To be clear, this faction's headquarters is, like, up here somewhere. So this is why they do not have a lot of... They live, like, on the coast, and it's really easy for them to sail down. But they do not have their primary reinforcement area here. So yeah, maybe I disregard Paravan. We could take Helmgart. His large garrison cannot have economic buildings. That actually is probably really good for us.
I refuse.
We control the mountain pass. It's a lot easier to move back and forth. And I just like want a little bit of friendly territory where we can like recruit regiments of renown and stuff. Plus, breaking the army that lives there is definitely of value. Yeah. Let's go get a fort. If I don't fight it manually, they're gonna kill my damn... what do you call it? My giant, my Colossus. Even though that's ridiculous, so I guess we're doing another manual battle. This one's gonna be easier than the last one, but still we must. So this force has 4 units of Hex Wraiths, or Cairn Wraiths, rather. These are troops with some shielding and also a pretty high amount of physical resistance. So the fact that we have a ton of armor piercing on all of our guns and stuff doesn't really affect them the same way it has affected everybody else. That said, they're still vulnerable to just enough raw damage flying in, and also they do take full damage from magic. So if we can line up Vangeist's Revenge or a Kraken's Pull on them, they'll just melt. We also have Black Knights and Blood Knights. The Blood Knights are very strong cavalry. And that's kind of it. And then there's a second army with stuff. I don't know. Whatever. They have some garbage. We'll worry about it when we get to it. So this place has proper fort towers. These things are scary. And unfortunately, they're covering the entire wall. There's nothing we can do about this except to get within the walls quickly. We could try to knock down a fort tower. You know, with the amount of gunfire that we have here, maybe that's a feasible Maybe that's a real play. Then we'll have a safe place to stand at least while while some of us work on other things. And we could just try to do a wall breach. Actually, kind of an interesting plan. Maybe let's do that. We'll set up here against this wall. And we'll just focus real hard on making this a safe enough spot and then burrowing through the wall to get into the settlement. This is definitely going to involve some tight positioning. We want to make sure we're not taking any extra damage from anything the other towers are doing. So I guess we probably want to set up our gunnery stuff like as far to the left as possible.
Vampire Captain.
All right, Aranessa is just going to run forward. Okay, so they put all of their wraiths up on the walls to discourage us from climbing the walls. I don't actually think that's a great plan, personally. And they have not bothered to actually control any of the other towers, so we don't have to worry about those firing areas. Okay, we can't use small arms fire on the towers, but we can just shoot at the wraiths. You're not allowed to attack the tower either, makes sense. Just buff people up. And then... So, wait. The Necrofex Colossus can damage the wall itself. The mortars can damage the wall itself. Most of the rest of us are just going to be waiting. But we can pull, like, the crabs and stuff forward because they do have guns. I forgot to put Aranessa on her. So, you can dismount your characters before fights. You can turn off their mounts. Were Aranessa on foot for this battle, she could just use a ladder and scale the wall and start fighting up here. I've forgotten I left her on her mount. I'm not sure if that's the right play or not, but it's the situation we're in, so I guess we're going to deal.
Agreed.
I don't think... Can I Krakens? No, I cannot. Cannot Krakens pull on the wall. Okay, that tower is actually going down real fast. I am quite surprised by the speed. Okay, cool. We're doing pretty good damage to the enemy units as well. Yeah, let's try to break through this wall segment, I think. Just refocus all of our cannon fire there. And we know they have a necromancer. They don't have as many like mortis engines and stuff though, so it will stress them a little bit to have to heal. Like, they definitely have fewer healing resources than the last group we were fighting. Alright, wall's coming down. One thing worth noting is that if you destroy a portion of a wall, I believe any troops that were on that portion of the wall instantly die. So we may see that happen here in a second. Yep. Every body that was on that portion of the wall is now just deleted. I'm gonna have y'all refocus on this wall now. I'm not in any big hurry to move in, since we're not taking any siege fire at all. Like right now, I'm just getting a lot of free damage, and I am very content. They are, in theory, capable of coming out here and fighting us. But the AI is usually pretty leery of doing that, even when it is kind of, even when it would be a valuable thing to do. So we'll knock this down and consume a lot of that unit of Graveguard, and then we'll see what's up. Okay, got most of them. I'm assuming these also will not, yeah, they will not fire up on the wall. That is a shame. Okay, this is a unit I kind of care about. Okay, they put up a control tower over there that is firing at us. Alright, the time has probably come for the move. Out of curiosity, is that volley? Nope, not really gonna do anything. Alright, yeah, you can see the arrow towers picking at our crabs, and it is not a powerful effect. But over time, it will wear us down. What controls that location? It's this central thing. They're also building towers higher up. Yeah, that's annoying. It's annoying. We're just gonna have to deal, though. So here's that group of Cairn Wraiths that almost died. The thing is, if we do this, if I say just, hey, crabs, go take the courtyard, the enemies will probably group up and try to fight us in the bottleneck in a way that's obviously pretty beneficial for our spells. All right, let's just line up guns where we can potentially shoot through the cracks as the enemies come at us. You probably also come forward. This little bit of the wall is also destructible. Let's see if we can get the mortars to lay down on that. Okay, yeah, they're doing all right damage. Okay, so this feels like the perfect time, right? Those are just zombies, but more serious stuff is going to be coming through this area. I'll just drop it right there. Aranessa should also definitely be on the front lines of this approach. Actually, you know what? I'm being silly. We don't need to do that much focus on this wall. Okay, they just kind of ran right into it, surprisingly. Net those Blood Knights. Do not let them get a charge.
Cut their jibs.
All right, she's just gonna ride in there and start crunching up undead horses. This is an okay time for the sea shanty, I guess. There's a lot of, like a large number of wraiths for how much health that represents. So they have their Graveguard up here, but then most of the units up here are pretty soft. They still have a unit of Cairn Wraiths in reserve. All of their flyers are just bats, which are very, very weak. This might be overkill. But I'm considering a Vanguard's Revenge like this, just to really get rid of those Cairn Wraiths. You know what? We got lots of wind. There is a great deal of magic remaining. Let's get in here and make use of it. The ogres should probably also move up into the breach. Okay, hey, that did pretty all right. You know, like I said, the concern was that it might be overkill. There was never any question about whether it was going to work. I fired that a little bit late, but the idea came across, I think. Let's move our wizard up into the breach as well. Actually, I think it's probably about time we advance the mortars. We're gonna need to move everybody up. All right, is this about time for... Yeah, I think we can just drop a Kraken's Pole basically on top of Aranessa. Let her natural toughness carry her through. Alright, so these zombies are still partially alive. I think we can... Nope, not like that. Ugh, really annoying. Okay. You guys, spread out like this. I can't believe I have to be like so specific all of the time with them. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. And then you probably should just like sign up to watch their backs, I guess. That unit of Graveguard back there, I'm not really sure what they get out of waiting at this point. This is probably the all-in point. Yeah, they've really stacked up a lot of stuff in these areas over here. All right, you lot stay put. I'm not ready for you yet. See, the ogres fully disregarded my orders. Just not interested at all in this beautiful flank.
Master of the grave ship! Get going!
She's definitely in good enough shape that she could be contributing
Move!
directly to melee in this battle. I was being a little cautious with her before, but... The bats have such poor combat stats. Like, I'm not at all concerned about them. I'll tell you though, this might be a good place to do a little fog. Yeah, minus 40 melee attack will basically prevent any of these things from dealing any damage for the duration.
Money of pistols!
Ernesta! I'll cut them!
Corpse crew!
Okay. Yeah, they have been crabbed real good here. Not that these, like, random skeletons were ever going to be a threat to the ogres.
Fleet captain!
So they do have their corpse carding. They have, like, their lone healing support unit. And also, we are just eating a lot of damage on account of
On it!
the tower fire, right?
Money of pistols!
There we go. Something more like that.
I'll drink soon. From the maelstrom!
Try to pull back our most injured units. In theory, the enemy's probably going to give up pretty soon, but we're certainly not there yet. So I need Aranessa to run up and grab this control point. I think actually... Yeah, I think it's just time to do this. So they have their Black Knights over here and another unit of Black Knights waiting in reserve. It's Graveguard, but they're like way back there. Yeah, all right. Here is their Vampire King. Let's go say hi. Do I want to do anything to him? I think probably not, actually. It's probably not worth it. Okay, he's going to try to eat my wizard.
To the sea!
He's actually going to do a shit ton of damage to her very quickly. While she can't move because she's bumping into other crabs.
Ernesta! Captain!
Just fucking walk around. You do not need to go straight through her.
At once! Move!
Alright, I'm relatively sure that I gave y'all orders. And it would be fucking rad if you would, like, fulfill those orders. Alright, let's take control of this. We can rest some of these. We can burn some of these towers down.
Captain, to you!
I'm trying so hard to get them to abandon him. Because part of the reason we're not getting a lot of rifle fire, there it is because the rifles don't have line of sight. Okay. See, as soon as that's resolved, all of a sudden, everything's cool. Just nuke those guys. Do not let them come up behind us. We are not playing that game. Okay, so Aranessa obviously is very, very good at fighting horses. She's got just an absurd amount of anti-large. Yeah, this right here is their last real stand. They are spending their last real troops on it. And I am afraid they are going to discover that it is insufficient. Yep, you can see the morale, the leadership bars on everything in their army emptying all at once. And here comes the big blue skull of victory. The fact that their lord just died has a lot to do with it, of course.
Okay. Swords out.
Alright, it's going to take a little while for all of their stuff to die the old-fashioned way. I'll try to put some pressure on here to end things more quickly. This unit of rapidly disintegrating Grave Guard.
Crunch their skulls!
Gosh, a lot of the orders that we gave just kind of got thoroughly ignored, huh? That's annoying. Aw. No giant pirate ship for us. Okay, 10. Losses, 10. I have to say, I'm a little surprised at the Necrofex Colossus only getting 1 kill. Although I suppose the enemies dying due to a wall section collapsing probably are not credited to anyone, right? And so it did spend a significant portion of the battle doing that thing. But yeah, now that we have control of this, it's going to be much more difficult for them to move enemies from one side of the mountain ranges to the other, or to move armies, rather, from one side of the mountain ranges to the other. That's going to make things a lot easier on us. We also have a place where we can do a little bit of replenishment in case we need to. It is sadly pretty far away from where Pete's coming in, but it's convenient for Aranessa to use at least. And I think there is another one of these forts, another such fort, north of Carrick Ziflin, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just go ahead and take it over. Yeah, Fort Bergbress. Or sorry, north of Blackstone Post is what I was thinking. Okay, so all there is to do here is improve the basic settlement building, and that handles everything. You can see at max rank, the garrison is still actually not that good. But hopefully just the raw number of troops will be discouraging to our enemies. Okay, we're going back to full off of that. They really don't have much in the way of stuff that could reach us. Can Victor get to us in one move? Okay, yeah, so it's Victor and Roderick, and that's it.
Admiral of the fleet.
All right, actually, I'm going to let Annie handle this, I think,
We should act now.
so that we can have Robert just turn around and
Arms on deck.
run for this other stuff. Yeah, we don't need to be afraid. We can get real aggressive with them.
Ahoy! Prepare boarding hooks.
All right. So Annie runs you off. Wow, that's a hell of a retreat.
Strike now, crewmen. Drop anchor. We fight. It is only mine.
I will say, I think that we took a lot more damage on that auto-resolve than is reasonable.
Get shambling!
Like, no, I don't particularly believe that they hit us that hard. I think I want to run her back up to the pass.
Yes?
And we should probably actually spend her skill points. There are still some things that this army could use. All right, 73 melee defense is a good start.
Captain, on deck. On my way.
All right, is that everybody? Yes. I don't know that Wendy's even going to get up there in order to in time to do anything. All right, so Musalon gets grabbed next turn. Yeah, I mean, we're on this.
Of the fleet.
Is Henrietta... Oh, right, I put Henrietta in recruit mode. Okay, the Lee Temple fell while we were recruiting, which is absolutely fine. They like that I'm fighting the Caravan of the Blue Roses, but not nearly as much as they hate everything about me. Okay, well that works out just fine. We don't care who has it as long as the Caravan of the Blue Roses doesn't. I am realizing, though, that I made an error that turn. I forgot to abandon that port. Because I want to leave it empty and make the elves rebuild it from scratch. If they can take it away from us, they get to start with some buildings in place. More cheaply. Well, whatever. It's probably fine. I might want to file a couple of more requests for assistance with Siege here. Yeah, because like this is just going to give them
Fight.
the level 1 version of that port for free. Or they're going to sack it and... Huh. The AI sure does love to sack settlements. Alright, well, I'm going to tell you. We are definitely going to end up with more than 75 settlements conquered. Alright, so they got armies running around back and forth, but they're mostly doing very, very poorly in the heavy vampiric attrition. The land here is so toxic. So filled with skeletal hands and random vampire dogs out of nowhere, and I assume it rains blood, and while that is not necessarily damaging, it is very unsettling. But it probably, you know, I say it's not actually damaging. What I mean is it's probably not harming the bodies of the lizardmen. The equipment probably doesn't handle blood rains so well. It feels like it would make things rust very quickly. Okay, this is extremely whatever. This is not even a real army. What are you doing?
War and infamy.
Okay, yeah, they sustained some damage there. I guess it's good that we had that garrison building for the little bit of extra damage. It certainly didn't function as much of a deterrent. I'm hoping the Shadow Legion will just clear out of the way. Nope, Egrim is kind of doing the opposite of that, putting himself maximally in the way. A decisive defeat. We could have fought that manually and maybe pulled something off. We would not have been able to win the battle. That army is all highly elite cavalry with maximum ranks. But I maybe could have done more damage than the auto-resolver did. Okay, the Vanaheimlings are going after the Bear Legion as well. That's helpful to us. Wendy was once again wounded. The Bear Legion is like, they're absolutely just teleporting units all over the world just to harass my agents. Is it even worth knocking over Musalon? Should Pete just get out of the water and get moving? Yeah, probably, right?
Full speed ahead.
Although I guess I want to run this way. So it would be better for me to be going through territory of people who don't like me already.
Plotting a course.
So is Aranessa needed to clear this stuff, or should Aranessa ride out over here and let Pete handle that? You know what? It's probably best we try to do some stuff over here.
Get to my hook!
Sorry, you know what? Attack the armies first.
The seeds are the core!
Because we can draw the settlement garrison out into the field and fight them out there, reinforcing these lesser armies. That gives us a slightly better
There'll be double
damage output
rations on
against
the
them.
ship. The tides rise to battle!
Do this. We absolutely just burn this to the ground. All right. Once again, a lot of dead zombies.
More bodies washed up.
Okay, and we'll mostly be full.
Of the waves.
The auto-resolver is doing a lot of damage to our, what do you call it? It's doing a lot of damage to our characters that I don't necessarily feel is warranted.
Get moving!
So that's about the best Henrietta can do. Get this stuff repaired.
I'll relay the order.
Nope, there's a little tiny bit of red arrow on the map, so we do not get to attack you this turn. And your army is tiny and rapidly falling apart. I don't think we need to be stressed about that. So Vulture Mountain's finished off. The Caliph's Palace is finished off. Somebody's got to deal with Tyrannicon. Which actually Pete might be able to, or Robert here, might be able to handle. Don't have anything good in the raised dead pool. But it's probably better to raise some dead than go into battle shorthanded. So we'll grab you and you, I suppose.
All in deckhands.
I think they'll just run.
Magic.
Really? Feral Dreadsaurian. I guess this army does have 6 units of temple or 6 units of Sauruses and a temple guard. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm inclined to believe it's right. Maybe I can't take that. You got to remember, Robert's troops are going to be, on average, much weaker than the troops from our other armies. Robert's less developed, and that's on top of the units themselves being worse, like a lot worse. Okay, to rebuild the Great Desert a little bit. Okay, easy enough. And research. I don't know. Whatever. The rats haven't even bothered to resettle Montanus yet. Okay, so Siege had some forces in this general area. Any chance I can ask you to get in here and just pay us a little visit? You know, just give me a little bit of a boost. Because it turns out we are going to have a little bit on our plate here, repelling this latest attack. I guess I should have known that Itza and the Bretonnians would be collaborating, since they, you know, came at us from the same place at the same time. I think we're going to be okay, though. The loss of a settlement is not a big deal, and we'll get it back. And even if we don't get it back, honestly, it's possible the game will end before we get it back. We might be able to just win around this rather than even having to deal with it. Wow, that is a lot of angry high elves. I almost want to have Pete sail down south, just slip around all of these elves, but interesting.
The dead will fight.
All right, Tyrannican decides to die. It's fine by me.
Only my will.
Yeah, he really should not have attacked there. That was not a good. We were almost in position to make that attack without the 20-unit garrison at our backs. That does make my life a little easier. Obviously, Robert's army is going to have to recover for some time now, but that removes all of the threats in the south. So now we can just focus on pushing against the west coast with both of our armies in the area. Somehow Kemmler won that battle, and then won another one immediately after. Man, the Burial Legion's not going to just conquer more territory right in front of my face, are they? That's annoying. Oh my god, that's so many. That is so... Wow. Okay, the ambush worked out. I can't believe Helman Gorst just ran right forward into that, but yeah. Pop out of the bushes, gun him down. What a bizarre choice. The dead rise again, which I guess is probably relevant to both of us. Alright, definitely set up an ambush there. Alright, Kemmler's getting chased off now at least. I guess even if they did take that castle, it's on Pete's way in. He could just pick it up. Alright. Yep, Turan Khan has killed himself effectively immediately after consuming
Loyal to a fault.
our 10 points of allegiance, which is annoying, but at least he's dead. Okay. Lousy Bretonians.
All bones on deck.
So let's have you...
I smell Aladdin gold.
Do you take me for a churl?
I don't want to put myself in position to get attacked here. Like I wanna make sure I actually get my recruitment done. So I guess we'll just sit in the settlement. Alright. What do I need? If we're gonna actually sit here and take a turn. You know, I was a little leery on recruiting monsters and stuff to this army because we had limited income, but at this point, like, whatever. We have so much money that it's very difficult to imagine it mattering. So we could take some pretty bad units from you. We could take... I just want something that recruits in one turn. Which actually is most of the stuff that I can afford. So melee would be ideal. But I don't really have a lot of stand and fight melee available to us here. We might be better off just doing a normal recruitment. So if we only want to stay put for one turn... Oh, well, the problem is, right, that I ran out of recruitment space in the Land of Assassins. And those deck droppers just aren't very good. Yeah, I'll just worry about it through Raise Dead tomorrow. Or tomorrow. Next turn.
About time.
So we could knock out Castle Artois. It's not really necessary, but it's an option.
Even Nagash had limits.
Kemmler's army is looking pretty soft to me.
All above board.
Just kind of can't get down there to do anything about it. All right, yeah.
Fight.
Let's burn this.
The dead will fight. Bring me.
Hopefully I'm not overextending myself here.
I thirst. There be treasure. No prey, no pay.
Okay, I'm probably not in that much danger. Even if they come after us, I think I'm going to be okay.
As most infamous. A done deal.
Well, we have the movement to hit Blackstone Post, and sadly for our enemies, they seem to have kind of abandoned it.
Bloody your cutlasses.
It'll They've abandoned it, by which I mean there are only 2 armies here actively recruiting. I am going to just lightning strike this first very soft force here. Very annoying stuff.
I have had my fill.
It's like how does the Necrofex Colossus take that much damage in the attack? And if we don't do this manually, they're going to kill my... It's a rank 8 Colossus at this point. Like, I really don't want to lose it. And we definitely do want to win this battle this turn. So I guess let's just go and do it. I don't want to spend time sieging. We gotta get this over with. We have other stuff for this army to be doing. Somebody's got to be pushing east while Pete is finishing off the stuff on this side of the mountain range. So... we'll have Aranessa take this battle down manually, and then... This is interesting. This is a much different battlefield. So again, the major threat here is going to be fortification towers and stuff. Like, the Necrofex Colossus, due to the absolute bullshit of the result of the last auto-resolve, the Necrofex Colossus is in position to die pretty quickly to a well-placed tower. So let's make sure we're getting those control points out of the way. And honestly, I'll probably just withdraw it from the field immediately. That will keep it alive at least. They have a tower. All right. There we go. That's more what I want. We could split the force up, but I don't honestly know that I think that achieves very much. Yeah, let's try it like this. So wait, where exactly? This is the fort tower. Okay. All right, let's just knock that out real fast. Okay. Probably just have Aranessa go and punch a hole in the gate. So at the moment, this fort tower is not actually controlled, but I do not anticipate that it will remain that way. Let's just make sure. Alright, so their lord is on the back of some kind of dragon or something. A terror geist, I'm sure. Alright. Well, that tower will never be a threat to anyone. And here comes Aranessa, you know, to just knock real quick. Alright, decent mortar fire.
Fleet captain!
We have a pretty built up amount of magic already. Maybe I should just drop a, try to drop a Kraken's Paw on the Black Knights wherever they stop next. Obviously, I don't care about these units so much. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're just kind of milling around.
Dance macabre.
Let's get you as close to the wall as possible so we can fire our way through it. Aranessa is smashing the gate open. Yeah, really weird job of reinforcing that they're doing here. They're running so many units away from the only side that we are on. Alright, we are having Spirit Leech cast on us. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that. Okay, enemy gate is open. Okay, just kind of get in here with the units that can get in here safely. Yeah, they're behaving quite strangely. I don't really understand. I don't really understand this behavior where they're just like cycling their defensive units around and stuff.
That's an order!
All right, a decent start. I'm gonna maybe do a little casting here. Actually, let's discourage people to come through this way.
Swords out!
Aranessa has handled that. The crabs have enough guns on them with the hand cannons and everything,
I'll order it!
I think, to disrupt the bats by themselves. They don't really need our help. Okay, it seems like despite the nightmare over here, the enemies still think it's a good idea to ride in this direction. So let's educate them on that one. You know, let's let the spell go off first.
The tempest comes!
The Mortis engine just completely dodged it. Ooh, okay, their lord ran in. This is our moment. Aranessa, go get him. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to shoot him through the gate, but try at least. Yeah, and I guess we'll do this. Do I also want to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Fog of the Damned is really cheap for how powerful it is and how long it lasts. Let's go ahead and throw one of those up.
Crew, attend!
Alright, we can use her Hornswoggle since the other one's on cooldown here. A little bit of cannon fire into these approaching wraiths. So yeah, his combat stats are pretty good normally. But we're doing a good job of cheating the odds in our favor as much as possible. Unfortunately, the crabs are very held up in the bottleneck, and there's nothing we can do about that. But their lord is very rapidly losing this battle. Absolute brutal, like crazy brutal damage to the bats there. Is that okay? Those are Graveguard. That's a shame. He's going to try to get away. Is he not? Is he going to... No, he's actually just going to stay in until... All right.
Gods, yes!
It wasn't a good idea, but it was a brave idea, and I do appreciate that. This is a battle where, for the most part, like any win is a win. There's not a lot of qualitative difference in the wins available to us. Because the enemies are all so far away that there's not really going to be anything they can do
Captain!
to stop us from just getting our heal up. So...
Sentosa's finest!
Alright, turn on the damage reduction. That is going to shred those Cairn Wraiths very quickly. Let's see, we got an enemy spellcaster here. Alright, for the most part, we are able to get through the wall now. Yeah, sure. Do something like that. Just kind of get in there. is their... Hold on. Where's their, like, victory point? The victory location. Oh, it's this weird little... Huh. Okay. Well, whatever. The important thing for right now, I think, is... Let's just get control of this, because this is going to disable a few of the towers we're dealing with. But gosh, they sure are prepared to stand in our way, largely ineffectually, but very annoyingly, with an awfully large number of units. Alright, the Mortis engine is the only thing that's still going.
Yes!
It's not actually dangerous, it's just, you know, support unit garbage. Gosh, it sure is taking a minute to kill, though, huh? Let me try to pull these really damaged units out.
All! A proper fight!
Reversing course is not turning out to be quite as easy as I might have hoped.
Lurch. Gunner.
Let's try to get a gunnery footing here.
Aranessa!
Yeah, the crabs are taking a weirdly large amount of damage, all things considered. So there are some Graveguard over here. Do I want to... Where do I want to put this last Norse Roar is the real question. Try to open up a little bit of a firing line for our what do you call it? For our gunners over here, our rifles. Alright, let's go kill the rest of their characters. Okay, that worked. Shooting into their flank has broken them pretty quickly, it seems like. Yeah, these Graveguard with great weapons, I think, are the only, like, semi-dangerous unit the enemy has left. Okay, there we go. That'll be some fair damage. Alright, that means y'all can just run right over here. Should be basically no problem at all. Let's go shoot at some cavalry.
Gunners.
I kind of want to let the, Actually, never mind. Seeing a lot of leadership drops here. I think we're pretty close to the end. Let's make sure we're buffing and debuffing and taking our defenses and whatnot. Okay, there we go. Control of this point will not get us... Will not get rid of all of the towers that are plaguing us, but it'll be a couple of them. It's a meaningful amount. spread out just a little bit. Should probably be providing them a little bit more support, especially since we really don't need any more bodies on this side of the conflict.
Tumbling darkspawn!
Sword fight!
All right, Aranessa has almost got this under control by herself. Yeah, Aranessa plus her personal supply of deck gunners is really all we need. Although obviously that is in part because the enemy is not playing particularly well. All right, I thought we were watching the enemy begin to collapse. But it seems like that was a very localized phenomenon. Sort of nuke their stats as we drive by. I could, you know what? Let's go ahead and cast a really expensive spell. Managed to get most of them. Yeah, okay, they're all caught on the crabs. Good news. Yeah, I'm really surprised that the enemy is still holding out. I was expecting them to have given up by now.
Sea dead rot!
Alright, just make yourself borderline invincible. Especially, like, heavily undead factions, you do not see them usually able to hold. See a lot of, like, morale cascades and stuff. But I think we are going to have to withdraw the crabs here. Let me withdraw this one, at least. This one group. Alright, what is the best way? I mean, I guess the best way to get to this thing... We could try wrapping around this side. But no, it's probably exactly what it looks like it is. It's probably just very straightforward. Yeah, we'll replace the lost crabs on this side with the ogres. Over time, even through very heavy armor, all of that tower fire does wear you down.
Watch me see, father!
You two basically have that under control. The deck gunners are not contributing super hard. Let's knock all of them out.
Take me in range.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, well. Not gonna lie, that went off a lot later than I was hoping it would. Actually close enough to throw some grenades here.
Man-eaters.
Okay, there we go. There goes the rapid morale collapse. That took a long time.
man-eaters!
Alright, the deck gunners should make short work of this approach. This is exactly why we set up to this side. Okay. I think that's it. Well, I mean, clearly somebody's still alive. Don't know who it would be, though.
Biggest in the tribe! Rampage this way! This way!
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here it is. There's a unit of crypt ghouls all the way over here. They have little units of crypt ghouls sort of like hidden all over the place. That's crummy. That's a crummy way of doing business. Turn up the speed. Damn.
Who's next?
Once we've taken the victory location, the central plaza, I have to imagine the surrender will be slower. Yo, y'all.
Gunnery
100% sure I told you to get out of here. Of course, they've had time to build up towers basically everywhere. Gosh, and the range on towers. Look at that. It goes all the way out to here. Okay, this is capping at least.
Manon's chosen! Go!
I feel like once you hit that like hard collapse point with an undead faction, maybe the battle should just end instead of the units very, very slowly collapsing.
By your word. Gunnery wide.
Are we really gonna make me okay?
Trample faster!
Go get this one. Whatever enemies are still left will probably be on the way over there.
Every blunder!
So we're generating quote-unquote victory tickets. Over time, the battle will just belong to us, even if the enemies don't die, even if nothing happens to them. They did fade out there. But what an incredibly annoying thing that they could be completely defeated and then just live in the shadows for 5 more minutes while your troops get pelted. In any case, this is their original capital. This will be where most of where all of their best upgraded buildings are. And we know they have no other troops in the area, so even this is what I was saying early in the battle. In this case, basically any victory is the same because Aranessa is for sure going to have 2 turns to replenish before we might be in any further danger. Over 200 kills on Aranessa herself. It's actually fairly impressive. I mean, obviously Lottie gets lots and lots of kills, but she has the magic. She has the big cheats. So now that that's broken, unfortunately, they still have like a ton of land and so many units. These undead factions, they produce armies at such a speed. Yeah, there's no reason for us to hold Blackstone Post, I don't think.
Set it ablaze! Aranessa salt spike!
Okay. Absolutely miserable. Truly, truly horrible battle. Henrietta, having ambushed on friendly territory, is in super great shape. Okay, can Henrietta... Henrietta can almost reach Fuchi this turn, or Fuchao. I think I want to just go into ambush mode and creep forward. Can I be... Yes, we can be in the trees to the side of the path here.
Get moving!
I don't want to be too close. But that's pretty good. So 4 armies in this area, all of them in active mustering mode. And then still there's the Great Castle at Beichai. This is just kind of like a little fake settlement. A little very uninteresting settlement. I don't know what I was thinking clicking on that. I know what it's going to be. Okay, so they have armies up here. They have Gisaru, but that's it on this side of the mountains. And then it's just like, yeah, a small amount of things over here. Sadly, we actually are going to clear out the Barrow Legion before the Caravan of Black Roses. Or Blue Roses, rather. So I don't think we are going to have to worry about how to get Henrietta back. She is the one we are all going to be waiting on. Alright, Siege is just teleporting armies home for no reason. Tiny lack of focus, you know, just the littlest lack of focus. We seem to have caused a distraction for the elves, at least. They've sent all of their armies to investigate where the vampirates were, which I think has slowed their armies down a little bit from actually going after where they know us to be. I want to believe Pete was, you know, usefully buying us time on that mission instead of just kind of getting nothing accomplished. And who would have thought they would have had, like, the fact that they had 3 settlements, I was sure meant that they held all 3 of the settlements in that province, up there, that northeastern province. It's actually very annoying that they didn't, and instead what they had was 2 large settlements with, you know, fully grown recruitment buildings of all types and stuff. Oh, tell me someone's wandering into the ambush. Nope, they saw through it despite the fact that they can't. That's a pretty big battle, and I do feel like we should probably back up. I doubt they have the movement necessary to follow up. Oh, nope, they clearly do. No, they don't. They were just moving forward as far as they could. Okay. Well, so we're not going to be able to attack one of them without having to deal with all of them. But I do think... yes, I will accept this. I'm fine with not having to worry about you anymore. I do think that we're at least going to get our choice of which one of them we want to have at. We can start the battle with the weakest enemy. Alright, Alberic riding out and leaving fewer defenders at the Sorcerer's Islands is certainly welcome. Right as Annie is about to reach them. Okay, Henrietta's ambush was foiled. Very annoying.
The Queen of Tides!
Alright, so Aranessa's nearly back at full health. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have taken the peace treat. I should have just attacked Fort Bergris. Well, it doesn't matter. I think we can probably have Aranessa turn around. Pete can handle Gisaru. And these are not really threatening armies in the first place. And then, yeah, we just run through here, and hopefully that's everything. The 3 settlements out there. Yep, that's everything. And they have no army strength at all. Despite the fact that they have over a full stack right in front of us, you can't even see the red in that bar.
I refuse.
Why does the AI love to do this? All right, well, anyway, some of those battles got a little out of hand here, and we're approaching the hour-and-a-half mark. So I think I'm going to have to say that is it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Very good progress. A lot of undead returned to the ground, or, you know, to my ranks. I think we still have a couple of episodes left before we are done, for there is a lot of ground to cover and just so much killing left to do. So when you come back next time, we're going to be working through some of that. I think there's an awful lot of zombies and skeletons in that mountain pass to the east who are about to meet a horribly violent end. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.